And the Mets, they will live to play another day. They win the fifth game of this National League Championship Series, and they beat up the Dodgers tonight. 12-6 is the final. They trail it 3-2. Day off tomorrow, out to Los Angeles. They look to get things even and play on Sunday. So let's begin with where they got big hits early in this game. And fellas, we spoke on the pregame show about the need to get big hits and for Pete Alonso to get a big hit, and he did, Todd, right out of the gate for the Mets.
Yeah, Garrett, sometimes ask and you shall receive.
Yes.
When we were going out of pregame, I said, love to see Pete, have another moment. This time, let's not wait till the bottom of the ninth. Okay, so he took care of it right away in that first inning. And this is an impressive home run. I mean, some of Pete's home runs are impressive, but this ball is the second lowest ball off the ground. Look at this ball breaking down. He stayed behind it and drives this slider 430 feet straight ahead into almost into the apple, and that really set the tone for the Mets right there. We've talked a lot of times over the course of this series that it is very important to try to get to the Dodgers early, get runs on the board, and get ahead, because they can really match up well out of their bullpen. They were able to get to Flaherty today. I didn't think he was going to be the same guy that we saw in Game 1. He clearly wasn't the same guy that we saw in Game 1. The velocity that was down, the breaking balls weren't as sharp, and the Mets were ready for it 5 days later, and they had good at-bats against him, and that started in that first inning with Pete.
All year long, the breaking balls have bedeviled Pete Alonso. In the past, he was a very good breaking ball hitter, but this year it had not been happening for him, and the Dodgers breaking balled him to death over the first 4 games of this series. But too many breaking balls sometimes can come back and bite you. It's the first home run that Pete has hit on a slider since August. As Todd noted, it's the second lowest pitch off the ground he's ever hit for a home run in his career. And since they started pitch tracking in 2008, it's the second lowest pitch ever hit for a home run in the postseason. The only one lower, 9 years ago to the day, Daniel Murphy against Jake Arrieta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how difficult, by the way, to hit that pitch and to hit it as far as he hit it?
Well, we've seen Pete go out of the strike zone, especially out of the strike zone low when he's staying back, because he gets such a great extension and he drives the baseball when it's out in front of him. And he's just got that swing where he is a very good low ball hitter. And we've seen him do that with balls below the zone, with balls below the zone, and even outside when he's locked in and letting the ball travel. And to Gary's point, he hasn't been letting the ball travel at times, especially the spinning ball, and he's been getting himself out in front, and something like that he'd roll over earlier in the season. Now we've seen him even in the postseason with the home runs to the opposite field, the big home run in Milwaukee, waiting on a Devin Williams changeup that came backdoor, and he was able to drive it to the right field side. That's when he really feels locked in, and his bat is quick, and he's dangerous back down there. And pitchers think they've made a great pitcher's pitch, and then they turn around and watch it go 420 feet.
All right, so you talk about that big home run in Milwaukee. That means that Pete has now hit 2 3-run home runs in elimination games in the postseason this year. He's just the second man to do that. And, Gary, we speak so much, and we've spoken so much throughout these playoffs about Francisco Lindor constantly meeting the moment. And Pete, even though it's been a little bit of a roller coaster, he has met the moment.
You know, to me, the most amazing thing about it is that we've been talking really since spring training about Pete and his free agent status going into this offseason. And every time we come to this point of, well, it could be his last game as a Met, he keeps saying, it's not on my mind, I'm just focused on the game at hand. And he keeps proving it. The moment wasn't too big for him. He didn't let the emotion of it get him. He had a great at-bat against Flaherty, laid off a couple of tough sliders, and then hit one out of the ballpark. He wound up getting on base 4 times in this game. So if we're obsessed with his pending free agent status, Pete clearly is not, and he is taking care of business as far as this season will take him and the Mets.
I really think one of the big things in this game, when it was all said and done, the Mets pounded out 14 hits. Yes, top of the order came through, but they got length out of the order in the game, and that goes all the way down to the 9-hole, Francisco Alvarez.
How about the fact that the Mets did not strike out a single time in this game? They struck out 25 times in the last 2 games. They were having great at-bat after great at-bat, and you mentioned Alvarez, first pitch hits all over the place. He had himself another good day after a good day yesterday.
Yes.